Hey there, it's Sonequa Martin-Green. Let's get ready to go to bed. What do you say? So, here we are. I have washed my hands, I have brushed my teeth. It's time to get started. And I'm gonna put these on because I cannot stand when the water drips down your arms. I can't stand it. It feels so gross to me. It always has. And I got the wacky idea to use wristbands, and it keeps it from happening. It's amazing. I used to approach skincare from an obligatory kind of burdened place. I would dread it even, and because of that, there would be many times where I would just skip it, I would avoid it. I recently, in the last couple of years, decided to change that, and I realized that I really needed to engage in my skincare. I use this time to languish, you know? It's also a nice moment that I have with my husband. A lot of times it'll be the time where we really get together at the end of the day, you know. Let's get into the skincare. Let's get into the regimen. How about that? Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is oil cleanse. I firmly believe in the double cleanse, and so I start with an oil cleanse, and I use DERMALOGICA PRECLEANSE. That's it right there. So I have super oily skin. So oily, y'all, so oily. And it was acne prone when I was younger. I realize now that it was because I just, I wasn't taking care of it. Moisturizer, like what was that? I didn't use moisturizer. And I was not eating well. Most of the time, it was two kinds of food. It was soul food and fast food, okay? And so my already oily skin was going crazy. And I'm gonna tell you something, and don't judge me, but this is gonna let you know what was really going on. But when I was a kid, there were times where I would look down and see that my elbows and my knees were ashy. I would straight up like schluck off. Schluck, okay, I just made that word up, but we're gonna go with it. I would schluck off the oil from my forehead and put it on my elbows and my knees. That's crazy. And that's gross. I found Proactive when I was in college, which was great for the time, but then I stumbled across DERMALOGICA once I got married, and we actually went on this skincare journey together, my husband and I, and so DERMALOGICA completely changed the identity of my skin. But what it really was is that I was just finally taking care of my skin and using quality products, right? So I'm gonna go over my eyes, and I'm not gonna open my eyes again because otherwise they might get a little irritated. And the great thing is that I love this because the way it emulsifies, it's just so lovely. And I'm gonna keep my eyes closed. Usually it's quick. And now I'm just gonna tap my eyes dry. And not dry anything else because I'm going right into my next cleanser, which is the Ultra Calming Cleanser from DERMALOGICA. I realized that I needed a really gentle cleanser after the oil, and just because my skin is sensitive. So this is a nice gel, and it's quite velvety. So again, I'm gonna be very gentle and not keep it on my skin for very long. Oh, the brows are gone. Too much plucking when I was a teenager. I know it's a lot of folks' story. I like to be very slow because I go. I go all the time, and I'm a quite high energy person. I have to force myself to slow down, like slow down, Sonequa. So, now I'm just gonna pat. I love these cloths. I just found out about them. They're from a company called Clear Skin Club. I used to use a microfiber towel, right here actually. But this company is really cool. It's 100% organic, 100% biodegradable. But what really got me was in their advertisements, they were talking about the bacteria that sits on your towels and just just breathes. And I was like, and then they really got me because on the website it says that they, for every order, they plant a tree. So I said, okay, I'm using y'all. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the Biossance Squalane and Hyaluronic Mist, because what I want in my nighttime routine is hydration, and moisture, of course, and some anti-aging stuff too. I'm gonna do a lot of spritzes, but I'm telling you, I have to, because it's a super fine mist. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my next step, because since it does dissolve so quickly, I like to go directly in with my next step, which is the COSRX SNAIL MUCIN essence. And we'll talk about it in a second, because it's quite a thing, this SNAIL MUCIN. Okay, so here we go. 2 pumps like that. I didn't really learn a ton of skincare tricks and stuff from my mom or my dad. Although I did learn the necessity of exfoliation from my mom. She used to use these pads, these buffer pads, and I used to love like sneaking in and like using her buff pads. This is gonna sound strange, but I don't like to exfoliate at night. I like to exfoliate in the day. I can't do the physical exfoliants. My skin is just don't, I have to do the chemical exfoliants, and it has to be gentle at that. But I like to do it in the day because it makes my skin feel energized. What I'm gonna do now, after that essence, is this NIOD multimolecular hyaluronic complex. Because hydration is what I'm looking for, I want to get all of that in there and then lock it in. Boop, 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 boop. So I just had a baby, and so I had a very minimal routine while I was pregnant, especially in the last trimester. I would straight up just, a lot of times I would just use Bioderma micellar water and then throw an oil on there or throw a quick moisturizer. My skin was quite glowy and whatnot from being pregnant. And so now that I am coming back to a more extensive routine, I am missing retinol and retinoids. I was using that very, very amazing ingredient earlier, before I got pregnant, and then I had to stop because of course it's not pregnancy safe, and it's not even nursing safe either. A retinol is so important in an anti-aging routine, and it's like the champions. If I were to rate them, it would be like sunscreen, hyaluronic acid, retinol, and the SNAIL MUCIN is really fascinating to me, because that's also something that I just found. I have a lot of respect for Korean skincare. In general, I appreciate where nature meets science with skincare. With the SNAIL MUCIN, COSRX, they're very, of course it's cruelty free, but they put the snails in such a comfortable environment, and it's this nice dark room, and the snails just walk across this mesh, and the mucin that they leave behind is harvested, which I think is dope. So my last step with my dry face is this Elemis Pro Collagen Oxygenating Night Cream. There it is. Now, I love it. It's a lovely occlusive. It's so thick and luxurious and velvety. I really do feel like I can feel the oxygenation. It has a Mediterranean algae in it. And I finally take something down to my chest. I know it's all one thing, right? Now, not quite done yet. Done with the products on the skin. But now what I'm gonna do is exfoliate my lips. So y'all, my lips are so dry all the time. Like, no matter what I do, no matter how much water I drink, I could drink a gallon a day and the lips are still dry. So yeah, I use this scrub. It's from Handmade Heroes. It's the ultra sexy scrub. So I take this lip exfoliating brush and just get a little bit of the scrub and take it across my lips. And I gotta do it neatly, because I don't want to get in the way of the yummy stuff on the skin around my lips, right? So I'm gonna go in little bitty circles. You know, another thing that I don't do at night that I do during the day, which might seem backwards, is an eye cream. I don't think an eye cream is just like necessary, but I like to use the ones that have like waking up properties. You know, that energize and brighten and depuff and all that good stuff, because that's always super helpful when you're getting up, you know, before the sun to work. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna take another one of those handy dandy biodegradable cloths and I'm gonna wipe it off. That scrub tastes good. And now I'm gonna use this lip mask from Laneige. Now I feel like I could do this all day, rubbing it in. I just sit here like, so now, last thing, I can take these off. Okay, so now this last thing is I've got my jade roller here. It was soaking in ice water. And I'm gonna get in some facial massage and a little lymphatic drainage. Yes, I am. And this is really the moment in the regimen when I can relax and languish and pray. Honestly, it's good prayer time for me. Yeah, so I go to the temple drainage points first, and then I go down to the ones that are here. It feels so good. And then turn it over. And then I'm just gonna come and take this down. That's it. Because I could keep going, but we're gonna stop there. Now, the absolute last thing that I do is I just hit my hair. I use this Carol's Daughter almond milk leave-in conditioner, Black-owned company. I have a lot of Black-owned hair products, and I'm always in the market for more Black-owned products across the board. And so I just spritz my hair with this. Just get a little moisture before bed. Since it is so short, I don't wrap it anymore. I just, the silk pillowcase does the trick. And just rub it in, rub it through. And that's it. That's it. This was so much fun. It was so much fun hanging out, going through my nighttime regimen. This was a lovely moment, right? Thank you for engaging with me. And I hope you have a good night's sleep. You're probably gonna get more sleep than I will. That's okay. It's more than worth it. It's more than worth it. One day I'll sleep again, but I am gonna go get in bed at least, because it's late. So I hope you have a good night.